Let's hear it for the NBA Clutch Player of the Year, Donovan Mitchell.
Round 1, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Boston Celtics understand this is only the beginning. A long road lies ahead. They start out the series on hostile ground as they square off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Ali LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Out on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Shireman in at the shooting guard. And for Cleveland, the rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell is out there with Harden. And it's Tyson in at the 3 slot. To take a look at the Cavaliers. Well, they have a difficult test here in the first round. With the talent level of these two teams, this feels more like a second-round matchup.
Yeah, I think most of us are expecting it to be a highly competitive series. Home court advantage could be the difference maker in this one.
Now, here's Brown. Here's Tatum. Plays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Celtics.
Getting off the floor with ease. Tatum can beat good defense with his athleticism.
Mobley, left side. Cavaliers moving the ball around. And here's Harden for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And this is what the offense is designed to produce. Slipping Harden into the corner for a 3. That's money.
Right the pass to Tatum. Pass to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, that goes in.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mitchell outside. Now here's Mobley. Looking for Allen. He gets it there. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Fires the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. From the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mitchell passes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Now here's White. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the 3 off target.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Here's White. Jared Allen making his last shot. Bounce pass from Tatum. Brown wide open. He fires. Boston again missing. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Harden on the wing. Hits it from 3-point range. Harden's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Cavs.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 6-point game. Will it go? It's the 3-point bomb. Tatum's got 5.
And nice shot by Tatum. Answering the 3 from the other end.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Here's Shireman. And here's Tatum for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Ali LaForce.
Hey, there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him, and he said we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Now, Mobley. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 5 points in the game.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Out to White. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. And Keita gets it to go.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. Count that one. Harden's got 8 points.
And that touch Harden has, making the floater look so effortless coming off his fingertips.
Over in the corner, Pritchard. Outside, White. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Harden kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Tyson. White against Mitchell. Harden outside. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Tyson at 3 off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attack.
Out to White. And he converts the layup. White's got his second bucket.
I like how composed White is. Even with the contact, he stays locked in.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here are the Cavaliers now. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. Love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Tatum kicks to White. Unloads from 9. The kick out to Tatum. Here's Vucevic. Here's Gonzalez. Tatum against Wade. Shot clock at 5. And it's White missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walsh is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for White. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Nearly impossible trying to guard Harden. He has it all. One of the best penetrators in our game.
And he gets it to go.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The drive by Mitchell. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Celtics trail by 4. Vucevic's screen on Harden. Pritchard with the ball. He's picked up by Mobley. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
And Mobley throws it down.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now here's Gonzalez. At the elbow, Vucevic. Back to Gonzalez. Pass to Hauser. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Harden against Pritchard. Here's Mitchell. Out to Wade. Now Merrill. It's up a three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pritchard against Harden. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. To the middle. Mobley with the block.
That's the defensive player of the year there. Mobley with the denial, making sure the ball didn't get to the rim.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Vucevic is screen on Harden. Pritchard from outside. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And the jam by Harden.
And one of the top scorers in the game. Harden has an innate gift for creating his shot.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pritchard with a wide open look. Here's Vucevic, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Vucevic has got his second bucket tonight.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
That one is off.
And people still talk about Mitchell being undersized. I think he's proven his athleticism more than makes up for that.
And the second free throw, good. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Brown. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Kicks it out to Allen. Good if it goes. James Harden getting it done for Cleveland. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
So with Harden on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. We've got Sam Merrill. Jared Allen is out there with Wade. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Ellis at the 3, the small forward. Here's Pritchard. After the made shot from Dennis Schroeder.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Allen. Pass to Merrill. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Merrill's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs. Left side, Brown. Vucevic slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen.
Hard to stop a powerful guy like Vucevic cold. He gets through the foul and gets it to go.
And Cleveland making a change here. Tyson's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 8. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The Celtics shooting well, 50% from the floor. Pritchard passes to Walsh. Over in the corner, Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Cleveland's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Pass to Schroeder for 3. No good that time. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Inside, here's Walsh. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Walsh has got 4 this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Here's Schroeder. Ellis dishes to Allen. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
A selfless player. Ellis is always looking to make the next pass.
And Ellis with the block. Schroeder with the ball. Drives to the hoop. That one good for 2. And now a 10-point Cleveland lead. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. James Harden, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Celtics have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Brown, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Pass to Tyson. And here is Ellis. Some nice passing by Cleveland here.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. There's the triple. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Tatum.
Well, look at how his team works to get Tatum set up for success. Feeding him when he's ready to fire.
Harden's shot is off. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Inside, Tatum finds the deuce.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
From deep, Harden. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Here's Brown. The rebound by Harden.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Pritchard from outside bangs home the trifecta.
Using his unique perspective, Vucevic sees the whole floor and finds the open shooter.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Dennis Schroeder.
Now into lineup for your Cavaliers. Number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Pritchard. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
With the step back, here's Harden. Got it, Harden for 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Tatum finds Pritchard. The kick out to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Mitchell dishes to Harden. Pass to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Here's Allen to the right side. Fires for 3. Harden, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Tatum.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
Mitchell outside. It's Ellis on the wing. Here's Tyson. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Larry Nance is checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Wade in for Keon Ellis. Here's Pritchard. Over to the wing. Pass to Tatum.
The flush by Tatum. What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the ring.
Harden the pass to Nance. Wade kicks to Harden. Another three for Cleveland.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Here's White. Outside Tatum. Over in the corner, White. And the free ball is good. White's got 7 points in the game.
Well, yeah, White prefers a more head-on shot, but that doesn't mean he can't sink those corner threes, too.
Wade, a screen on Pritchard. The three from Harden. Rebound Boston.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Tatum slips by the contact inside.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
Pass to Tyson. Back to Harden. From deep. Again, the miss by Harden.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked off here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Now here's White. He's got 7. Tatum down low. Wade is covered. Celtics passing it around. Shireman can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Tyson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't block.
Jared Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Evan Mobley comes in for Dean Wade. The Cavaliers leading by 4. And here's Harden. 18 points for him. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Mitchell against White. The three from Tatum. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Tries from 16. The rebound by Jason Tatum. From 12 feet out. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers ahead, up by 4. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
James, scoring seems to come easy for you. What's your mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys, just go out there and compete, have fun, and just play hard.
Well, the kids are getting a great show tonight. Good luck in the second half.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Hello, everyone. First game of the series, off to a good start for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. Looking at the series breakdown for the Cavaliers, I'm curious. You guys both played in a lot of playoff games. What's a game 1 like?
To me, it's the most important game of the series. A chance to come out strong, set the tone, Ernie, like getting everyone on notice. And game 1s are really the best chance for the underdog to sneak in and steal a win.
Yeah, you say that, Kenny, because you're the underdog around here. You better not be stealing nothing away from me. Stay away from my snacks. I'm the alpha.
Well, glad the whole pack was able to weigh in on that one. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew, with the second half.
NBA playoff round one. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Then there's Derek White, and it's Queta in at center.
And how about the focus from Allen, just powering through the physical defense and finding a way to score.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Allen. Celtics trail by 7. Now here's White. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
Mitchell finds Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. And Tatum driving. Steps back. Here's White, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Harden dishes to Mitchell. Down low. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
More from Allen. Can pile up points without wasting possessions. Very economical.
Here's White. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
And he sinks the second. Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7. Whoa!
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Allen slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing, but also...
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on an 11-3 run right now. To the inside. Allen's shot is off.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Pass to Tatum. There's the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, Tatum is rightfully as confident as they come from deep. He saw that look and didn't waste it.
White, wide open. He fires. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Mitchell passes to Harden. It's stolen by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finished off by Brown.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense, yes.
Physical finish from Mitchell, a guy who has no problem playing through contact.
Here's Tatum. Brown outside. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Pass to Tyson. Now here's Mobley. Mitchell wide open. It's Mitchell with the tray.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Now Brown. He has 6. Here's Shireman. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cleveland leading by 9 to the paint. And it's Allen slamming it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Brown. Outside Tatum. 6 to shoot. Boston again missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Pass to Harden. Now Mitchell launches it. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, here's Kata. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
And Cleveland making a change here. Merrill's checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Pritchard's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Harden with it. 18 points for him. Pass to Merrill. On the wing, Mitchell. Mitchell cashes in from the corner.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Mobley outside. Here's Mitchell. On the wing, Harden fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got 6 assists here tonight.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Vucevic check in for Boston. Celtics trail by 14. Here's Tatum. 25 points in the game. Here's White. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, that's a smart shot by White. Most of the times, teams will give you the mid-range.
Now, here is Harden. 21 points in the game. Mobley looking it over. Pass to Allen. The shot from the low post is good. 23 points for Jared Allen.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot end.
Pritchard passes to Vucevic. Here's the 3. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from White.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now, here's Mobley. Inside. Mitchell shrugging off the contact.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Tatum on the wing run. This one for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
And Brown doesn't mind getting roughed up on the way up. In fact, he embraces it.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Dean Wade, he's checked in for Mobley. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James Harden.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Schroeder passes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
And we know Schroeder can score the ball, but they're showcasing his passing ability.
Brown gets to Vucevic. Latrey. They get it back. Here's Pritchard. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. The Cavaliers leading by 13. 8 on the wing. Vucevic defending. Merrill can't hit. Celtics have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Pritchard from outside. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Gonzalez with it, now defended by Mitchell. Gonzalez passes to Brown, and Wade sends it back.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it's Schroeder in the corner, and here's Mitchell from the arc. A rebound by the Celtics. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. Pritchard against Schroeder. Pass to Brown. Shoots over Merrill. And it comes off the front of the rim. And so it's Cleveland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Harden out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Ellis. Then there's Wade. And it's Tyson in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Ellis after Jaylen Brown's miss. Pass to Tyson. Off target with his 3. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Brown. Here's Walsh. Brown inside, guarded by Harden. Brown, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Cleveland. Lets it go with the 3. No good on that one.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Gonzalez passes to Walsh. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. Cash money, Brown with the tray.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with this play in the second half.
Schroeder finds Harden. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Harden's got 24 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
There's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
Here's Harden. The 9-footer's on the mark. He's got 26.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Gonzalez. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Shot left block. Yep, that one goes. And now it's a 12-point Cavalier lead.
Such a clean shooting motion. Schroeder knows his mechanics so well.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now, here is Harden. Wade a screen on Brown. Harden inside the three-point line. Here's Schroeder. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 10. Brown dishes to Vucevic. Over in the corner, Pritchard. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Pritchard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Celtics. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. For the Cavaliers, Jared Allen's checked in for Dean Wade. Evan Mobley comes in for Keon Ellis. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He loves their effort tonight. He said, quote, "This is how we wanted to come into this, looking to push the action, dictating the tempo. We are where we need to be to even things up." Of course, he's talking about the season series. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. And Boston has possession. The Cavaliers making the shot. Outside, White. Shoots the three. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires from deep. And it's Derek White with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Tatum on the wing. There's Tatum's range on display.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Tyson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pritchard passes to Tatum. And here's Brown outside. Cavaliers with the rebound. Tyson's got 5 rebounds tonight. In the corner, it's Mobley. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Ellis is checked in for the Cavaliers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for James Harden. And a change for the Celtics. Cade is checked in. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for Boston. They trail by 6. Pass to White from outside the arc. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to Schroeder. Ellis outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. Celtics trail by 9. Tatum drives in. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, a lot of strength and power in that Tatum slam.
Here's Schroeder. Mitchell finds Mobley. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Mobley there for the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Donovan Mitchell drops the hammer.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premium players in our league.
Tatum! And there's the three.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remains red hot from deep.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tyson's checked in. And James Harden subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Tyson. Now Harden from deep. Shot clock at 6. White pulls it down. Brown with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Pritchard fires. Trying again, and he figures it out with the lay-in.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Let's go courtside, and there's some news on Vucevic. Allie, what's his status?
I had a moment to catch up with Boston's athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. They've decided this is an injury that can be played through, but we'll see if it's a limiting factor. Back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
Here's Mitchell. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. It's Mitchell driving. Mobley against Tatum. Off the glass.
Well, you know who their number one option is when they need a big bucket, and Tatum rarely disappoints.
Now, here's Mitchell. Harden outside. Now Mobley, and stolen by Tatum. White. Now Brown. Launches it. Knocks down the three.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's tightly guarded. They can't stop the run with that one. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tatum.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
On top Mobley. Here's Harden. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of two is good. That will put them up by 2. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Harden outside. Mobley is screened. Fires the three. The three doesn't go. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. There's a lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, and play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jason Tatum.